Husband!
Yes, wife.
Let's read the Bible.
But we're atheists. Why would we want to do such a thing?
Because we live in small town USA and everyone around us quotes this thing extensively and we have no idea how to respond?
That's true. Neither of us grew up with religion, yet Christianity is playing a huge part in our country's politics.
We're not scholars or academics, so Sacrilegious Discourse is our first take reaction.
And this feed houses our reading of the book of Genesis, and each subsequent book will get its own separate feed too.
Why are we separating each book?
Not all podcast platforms allow access to older episodes. This will ensure our listeners don't lose access to any of our previously released material.
You can find our most recent episodes on our main channel, Sacrilegious Discourse.
That's right. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode.
Hey you, welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
I'm wife.
And together we're reading the Bible.
Starting with Genesis and eventually ending with Revelations, we're working through every book and offering our atheist 2 cents.
Or shekels.
Yeah, those. We're asking questions and pointing out all the nonsense.
We aren't academics or scholars.
Nope. In fact, when it comes to religion, we really don't know anything at all.
What we've learned so far is that God's a dick.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? If you're interested in how we reached this startling conclusion, maybe start from episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in anywhere. It's all good.
Yep. Husband.
Yes, wife.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Nope.
Do you remember it was about Joseph?
I would have figured that since we've been talking about him, but, I don't remember anything.
Are you serious?
I've been really busy lately, so, my mind is not on the Bible.
Mine's not on the Bible either, but...
Right.
That's no excuse.
Busy.
Okay. Are you trying to say that I should cut you some slack?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to cut you some slack.
You want to make a covenant on it?
Hell to the no. But I will put my hand under your thigh. So last time, I don't even remember either. He fucked with his family a lot, but then he came clean.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Like he hit a cup and then he was like, just kidding.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, and they lived happily ever after or whatever.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. So now, I don't know if they're going to wrap it up or if we're moving on to something else in Genesis chapters 46 and 47.
All right. Well, let's find out.
Okie dokie.
Hey, wife.
Yes, husband.
Did you know that we are now on Patreon?
Yes, because you told me, but also, no, tell me more.
So we're on Patreon now.
Are we?
We are, and our supporters can go there and support us, and we have multiple levels all the way up to You Killed God.
That sounds really drastic and escalated quickly-ish.
Well, no, there's multiple levels before there, so it escalates on a sliding scale of, cheap to not cheap.
Oh.
But, we can definitely use any amount, so, any support is always appreciated.
So what exactly is Patreon?
It's a place where you can show your support for our podcast. And
just our podcast?
Any podcast or any performer. But, we're the ones that, you're listening to right now. So maybe you should, support us. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But we love you anyway.
So all you got to do is go to Patreon, look up Sacrilegious Discourse. It's actually patreon.com/Sacrilegious Discourse is our actual main page there. So head on over and send us some love.
Yeah. So this is Genesis chapter 46, Jacob and his family in Egypt.
So more about Jacob then.
More about Jacob. No, yeah. Well, no, because Joseph is the guy, Jacob is the dad.
Oh, yeah.
So this is
right.
Not more about...
More of the same story that we've been listening to.
Right. Yeah. Keep up.
Sorry, busy, remember?
I know.
Yeah.
So Jacob set out for Egypt with all his possessions, which, back then weren't a lot. And when... Huh?
They had lots of animals and
Right.
servants and stuff.
But it wasn't like he had bookshelves full of, like, records and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Board games.
Sheep are harder to move than records, I would imagine.
Pack up your Monopoly. And when he came to Beersheba, he offered sacrifices to the God of his father Isaac. During the night, God spoke to him in a vision. "Jacob, Jacob," he called. "Here I am," Jacob replied.
They're always saying, "Here I am." And
Here I am.
Why does Isaac get sacrifices?
I don't fucking know.
That's weird.
I know. Random.
Okay.
"I am God, the God of your father," the voice said. "Do not be afraid to go down to Egypt, for there I will make your family into a great nation." He's always promising this great nation.
Yeah.
"I will go with you down to Egypt, and I will bring you back again. You will die in Egypt, but Joseph will be with you to close your eyes." How about if we just skip the trip and stay then?
Well,
Why we gotta go?
He wants to see his son.
Well, maybe his son should come back to him.
Not according to God.
What does God know?
What's God got to do with it?
Got to do with it. Okay, that's bad.
It really was. Sorry, everybody.
Sorry. So Jacob left Beersheba, and his sons took him to Egypt. They carried him and their little ones and their wives in the wagons Pharaoh had provided for them. They also took all their livestock and all the personal belongings they had acquired in the land of Canaan. So Jacob and his entire family went to Egypt. Sons and grandsons, daughters and granddaughters, all his descendants. Oh, God. These are the names of the descendants of Israel.
Just get through it.
God.
Just get through it.
All right, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Okay. Reuben was Jacob's oldest son. The sons of Reuben were Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. The sons of Simon were Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jakin, Zohar, and Shaul. Shaul's mother was a Canaanite woman. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Gohath, and Merari. The sons of Judah were Onan, Onan, Shelah, Perez, and Zerah, though and Onan had died in the land of Canaan.
No shit, we heard about that one.
We did. The sons of Perez were Hezron and Hamul. The sons of Issachar were Tola, Pua, Jashub, and Shimron. The sons of Zebulon were Sered, Elon, and Jaleel. These were the sons of Leah and Jacob who were born in Padan Aram, Bananarama, in addition to their daughter Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen with.
Yeah.
The number of Jacob's descendants, male and female, through Leah was 33. Don't know why that matters. Don't care. 33. Awesome.
33, yeah.
Not 34. And 35 is right out.
Definitely not 32.
Right. The sons of Gad. The sons of Gad were Zephan, Haggai, Shuni, Esbon, Eri, Arodi, and Areli. The sons of Asher were Imnah, Ishva, Ishvi, and Beriah. Their sister was Sarah. Beriah's sons were Heber and Malkiel. These were the sons of Zilpah and the servant given to Leah by her father Laban. The number of Jacob's descendants through Zilpah was 16. The sons of Jacob's wife Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. Joseph's sons born in the land of Egypt were Manasseh and Ephraim. Their mother was Asenath, daughter of Potipharah, the priest of On, not the priest of Off. Benjamin's sons were Bela, Becher, Ashbel, Gera, Naaman, Ehi, Rosh, Muppim, Huppim, and Ard. I'm not even making this shit up.
I know.
These were the sons of Rachel and Jacob. The number of Jacob's descendants through Rachel was 14. The son of Dan was Hushim. The sons of Naphtali were Jaziel, Guni, Jazir, and Shillam. These were the sons of Bilhah. The servant given to Rachel by her father Laban. The number of Jacob's descendants through Bilhah was 7. The total number of Jacob's direct descendants who went with him to Egypt, not counting his sons' wives, was 66.
Or the ones who died.
66. In addition, Joseph had 2 sons who were born in Egypt, so altogether there were 70 members of Jacob's family in the land of Egypt.
Wow.
Okay. That matters?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
As they neared their destination, Jacob sent Judah ahead to meet Joseph and get directions to the region of Goshen. I really think they should have just got out their GPS. What? And when they finally arrived there, Joseph prepared his chariot and traveled to Goshen to meet his father, Jacob. When Joseph arrived, he embraced his father and wept, holding him for a long time. Finally, Jacob said to Joseph, "Now I am ready to die, since I have seen your face again and know you are still alive." And Joseph said to his brothers and to his father's entire family, "I will go to Pharaoh and tell him my brothers and my father's entire family have come to me from the land of Canaan. These men are shepherds and they raise livestock. They have brought with them their flocks and herds and everything they own." Then Joseph said, "When Pharaoh calls for you and asks you about your occupation, you must tell him, 'We, your servants, have raised livestock all our lives, as our ancestors have always done.' When you tell him this, he will let you live here in the region of Goshen, for the Egyptians despise shepherds." The end.
That was boring.
And random.
I mean, I really hate all the just name dropping and years and numbers and it's so pointless.
I don't understand why I'm supposed to care, and also I don't like the random. Oh, and by the by, Egyptians despise shepherds.
Also, you know what else?
Do they? But do they? Why? Why do Egyptians despise shepherds?
Who knows?
Wouldn't some background on that be nice?
But I also don't like the fact that I can't interject something funny. Just name, number.
And then you cough.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm bored, so
right.
What else am I gonna do except for make some sort of noise? They got to know I'm still here.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah,
it's true, and it's good that you didn't fall asleep because you very well could have.
I know, because busy and tired.
Busy and tired.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're going on to chapter 47?
Yes, very good.
All right.
You're a good boy.
I got that. All
You're
right.
a good boy.
We'll see you guys in a minute.
Yep. Okay, so we're on chapter 47, which is a continuation of from chapter 46, Jacob and his family in Egypt.
Okay. Hopefully there's less name dropping this time.
I think that we have some more story here, but I do believe that this chapter will wrap up the story of Jacob. Story of Joseph.
They're not going to, end Genesis with this story? There's going to be, some random chapters at the end, and then that's
Two more chapters after this one, yeah.
You mean 3 more?
48, 49, 50. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I don't math. Then Joseph went to see Pharaoh and told him, "My father and my brothers have arrived from the land of Canaan. They have come with all their flocks and herds and possessions, and they are now in the region of Goshen." Joseph took 5 of his brothers with him and presented them to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh asked the brothers, "What is your occupation?" They replied, "We, your servants, are shepherds, just like our ancestors." Wait, I thought they were supposed to not say they are shepherds, because the Egyptians despise shepherds.
I don't know.
"We have come to live here in Egypt for a while, for there is no pasture for our flocks in Canaan. The famine is very severe there. So please, we request permission to live in the region of Goshen." Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Now that your father and brothers have joined you here, choose any place in the entire land of Egypt for them to live. Give them the best land of Egypt. Let them live in the region of Goshen. And if any of them have special skills, put them in charge of my livestock too." Then Joseph brought in his father Jacob and presented him to Pharaoh. To Pharaoh, not the Pharaoh.
Didn't his father die when he went to meet him?
No.
Oh.
He just said, "Now I can die."
Oh, okay.
No, he's counting down time, I guess.
All right.
And Jacob blessed Pharaoh. "How old are you?" Pharaoh asked him. Jacob replied, "I have traveled this earth for 130 hard years, but my life has been short compared to the lives of my ancestors." Then Jacob blessed Pharaoh again before leaving his court. So Joseph assigned the best land of Egypt, the region of Ramses, to his father and his brothers, and he settled them there, just as Pharaoh had commanded. And Joseph provided food for his father and his brothers in amounts appropriate to the number of their dependents, including the smallest children. That would be an entire fucking village worth.
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the famine became so severe that all the food was used up and people were starving throughout the lands of Egypt and Canaan.
But Jacob and
but not
Joseph's
for Jacob
family
and
was,
Joseph.
They're going to be good.
Yeah. By selling grain to the people, Joseph eventually collected all the money in Egypt and Canaan, and he put the money in Pharaoh's treasury. When the people of Egypt and Canaan ran out of money, all the Egyptians came to Joseph. "Our money is gone," they cried, "but please give us food or we will die before your very eyes." Joseph replied, "Since your money is gone, bring me your livestock. I will give you food in exchange for your livestock."
Couldn't they just eat their livestock?
What? Well, if they eat their livestock, then it won't be around to reproduce more livestock, and then what do you do?
Well, but if they give their livestock away, they're still not going to be around to produce more livestock for them.
I guess, yeah.
So, I mean, what's it matter?
I really don't know. So,
I mean, it sounds like he's milking them for all they're worth, you know?
Yeah, this is not nice. This is not the way to lead people, I think.
He's like, "You're starving? Give me everything."
Right. I'm sorry, I haven't squeezed every drop out of you yet.
Right, yeah.
So they brought their livestock to Joseph in exchange for food, in exchange for their horses, flocks of sheep and goats, herds of cattle and donkeys. Joseph provided them with food for another year. But that year ended, and the next year they came again and said, "We cannot hide the truth from you, my lord. Our money is gone, and all our livestock and cattle are yours. We have nothing left to give you but our bodies and our land. Why should we die before your very eyes? Buy us and our land in exchange for food. We offer our land and ourselves as slaves for Pharaoh." Jesus Christ. "Just give us grain so we may live and not die, and so the land does not become empty and desolate." So Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh. All the Egyptians sold him their fields because the famine was so severe, and soon all the land belonged to Pharaoh.
I mean, they're taking hardcore advantage of these people.
This is grotesque. I don't... Are we supposed to be cheering for Yay Joseph? Because...
I don't know.
This is disgusting.
Right?
As for the people, he made them all slaves. Yay! We love slaves!
Are you starving, hungry, dying? Great, we'll take all of your shit, and then we'll make you slaves. Congratulations.
This is... Oh, I know, I already said grotesque, gross, disgusting.
Did you know we're working for God?
Yeah, no. I want to throw up. I hate these people so much.
Yeah.
As for the people, he made them all slaves from one end of Egypt to the other. The only land he did not buy was the land belonging to the priests. They received an allotment of food directly from Pharaoh, so they didn't need to sell their land. Yeah, that sounds about fucking right.
Yeah.
Then Joseph said to the people, "Look, today I have bought you and your land for Pharaoh. I will provide you with seed so you can plant the fields. Then when you harvest it, 1/5 of your crop will belong to Pharaoh. You may keep the remaining 4/5 as seed for your fields and as food for you, your households, and your little ones." "You have saved our lives," they exclaimed. "May it please you, my lord, to let us be Pharaoh's servants." Joseph then issued a decree still in effect in the land of Egypt that Pharaoh should receive 1/5 of all the crops grown on his land. Only the land belonging to the priests was not given to Pharaoh. Meanwhile, the people of Israel settled in the region of Goshen in Egypt. There they acquired property, and they were fruitful, and their population grew rapidly. Jacob lived for 17 years after his arrival in Egypt, so he lived 147 years in all. As the time of his death drew near, Jacob called for his son Joseph and said to him, "Please do me this favor. Put your hand under my thigh and swear that you will treat me with unfailing love by honoring this last request. Do not bury me in Egypt. When I die, please take my body out of Egypt and bury me with my ancestors." So Joseph promised, "I will do as you ask." "Swear that you will do it," Jacob insisted. So Joseph gave his oath, and Jacob bowed humbly at the head of his bed.
I mean, it sounded suspiciously like a covenant with the hand on the thigh thing there.
Right? I think that's what it was. He made an oath.
I know, but they called it something different. So
this time it was an oath.
Yeah.
Oh, the end.
Yeah, that was the last of today.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't really know what to say.
The whole thing is just bad and wrong and horrible.
They took so much advantage of people, and then Joseph's family got like a free pass and got to be rich, and then the religious people got to free pass and got to be rich.
Yeah.
And the Pharaoh got to get richer and richer and richer off of people that were suffering.
It sounds kind of like our country today.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So, in that case, I guess we are a very religious nation because
it's the way of the things.
The way of the things. The people at the top screw over the people at the bottom and keep everything for themselves. And then, on top of that, the people at the bottom are supposed to be fucking grateful for the crumbs.
I wish I could have found something humorous, because this was kind of like, I don't know, blah.
Well, I mean,
dark.
we're headed towards the end of the election season, and your schedule changed, so you're working all the time, and I'm sick, so it kind of feels like a blah time, in addition to, oh yeah, and then Joseph and Pharaoh made everybody slaves on top of that. So
sorry if we sound down about everything, but that was kind of a downer of a story.
It really was. It took a dark turn there at the end.
You know.
I mean, I
didn't appreciate it.
No, I was cheering for him, like, yay, he made it.
Yeah, but I kind of like Joseph somewhat, sort of.
Yay, he made it was fine, but yay, he made it. And then he screwed the entire fucking population of the country. What?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Kind of an asshole thing to do.
I'm not all about vengeance,
especially
and stuff.
If you're, like, with God, and, like, you're, like, supposed to be, like, doing God's bidding, and so apparently God's okay with all this, which to me is like, fuck you.
Well, the God of the Bible is a very greedy, nasty individual who condones rape and murder and incest, and I'm not down with him.
But only when it suits him. Sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes he doesn't, and he'll kill you for that shit.
Right.
Or, like, if you don't sleep with your brother's wife, and, you know...
Right.
He'll kill you for that shit, too.
Right.
Fucking
I think that this God is quite persnickety.
Definitely. All right. Well, that's all we got for today, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, we will see you guys some other time that I can't possibly know at this point in time.
I think that it will be, I think this was a Tuesday, and we'll see you guys on Thursday for the final 3 chapters of Genesis.
Oh, so it's going to be a long episode.
48, 49, and 50.
Prep yourself now for a long episode.
Woohoo.
We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Husband.
Yes, wife.
Is there a way for people to contact us?
Well, sure. They can get on our Twitter account.
We have a Twitter account?
We do.
What is it?
It is sacrilegious_D.
Like D for Discourse?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me put the whole thing, so I had to shorten it to _D.
I hate them.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
How do you spell sacrilegious? Do you know?
I don't want to. Just look it up in a dictionary or something. I don't want to do that right now.
You know why?
Sacrilegious_D. Okay?
Because you messed it up and I made you fix it. That's why.
Yeah.
What about an email?
Yeah, we got that too.
What is it?
Sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Yeah.
As long as you know how to spell sacrilegious.
Right. Well, definitely get a hold of us. Let us know what you thought of the episode. And, any comments, hate mail. We love that kind of stuff.
Also, you could answer some questions that we leave throughout, or correct my pronunciations.
Yeah,
they're probably
please.
Bad, wrong, and horrible.
Because we suck sometimes.
Absolutely.
Oh, also, if you like this shit or whatnot, give us a like on your podcasting app and stuff, or even leave a comment or something.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Goodbye.